So now we will discuss top-down parser. So first topic in a top-down parser is LL1 parser. Okay. So in this LL1 parser, the first L stands for we will always move the string from left to right, and second L means we will always use leftmost derivation. And 1 stands for that the number of look ahead in this parser is 1. Okay. So in the previous we have discussed a grammar and find the first and follow for that grammar. Okay, so this is the first and follow table for the given grammar, this one. So with the help of this first and follow, we will design a LL1 parsing table. Okay, and this table is used to make decision. As we know that in top-down parser we have make a choice that what to use. Okay, so that choice is made with the help of that LL1 parsing table. Okay, so let us draw that parsing table. So for that LL1 parsing table, at the top I have to write, at the top level I have to write the number of terminals. So number of terminals in the grammar are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So 6 terminals I will write it. I will write that all the 6 terminals and start with the ID. Okay. So after ID, next we have is plus star plus, then we have star. After that star we have starting brace, and then we have close brace, and at the last we have 1 2 3 4 5 and 6 which is nothing but dollar. Okay, and here I will write the terminals, and terminals are EAT, E, second terminal is A, third is P, then we have B, and at the end we have F. Okay, so in this table I have to put the productions of these grammars, and how I will put, let us check. So in the production, E derives TA will be placed in this cell under the first of this production. Okay, so E derives TA will be put under the first of this production. So first of this production, E derives TA is starting brace. Okay, so E derives TA will come under the derives TA. Okay, and second first of the production is ID, so this will also come under the this column. E derives TA. Okay, this is over. The second we have is A derives plus TA. First of all I will check for this. Okay, E derives plus TA. So in this production E derives plus TA, the first of this production is plus. Okay, so plus, here we have A derives plus TA, and next is epsilon. Then if I am having the case of epsilon, then I have to make choice. So this production E derives epsilon, I have to put that production under the follow of that. Okay, so follow of that A derives epsilon is close brace and dollar. Okay, so close brace, so A derives epsilon here and here. Okay, so next T derives FB, so I have to put this production under the first of this. The first of this is starting brace, that is T derives FB, and also ID is also, then I have to put T derives FB. Okay, this is over. Next production is B derived star FB. Okay, so this B derived star FB, I have to put that under the first of this production. So first of this production is star. Okay, so B derives, B under the star, then I have to put in production B derives star FB. Okay, and next production is B derives epsilon, then I have to put that production under the follow of that. Okay, so B derives epsilon, I have to put that B derives epsilon under the plus and then close brace, which is this, and next dollar, which B derives epsilon. Okay, this is the case. And next case is F derives for production. Next production is F derives start brace B and close brace. So I have to put this production under the first of this. So first of this is starting brace. Okay, so starting brace means I have to put that F derives here, and next production is F derives ID. Okay, so in this, the first of that F derives ID is ID, so I have to put that F derives ID here. Okay, so this is the LL1 parsing table for the given grammar, this one. Okay, so one thing that you have to notice, if after deriving the LL1 parsing table, if there is no any duplicate entry in the table, okay, if there is no any duplicate entry in a single cell, then we can say that the grammar is LL1 grammar. Okay, or we can parse the string with the help of LL1 parser. And if there is a case when we have duplicate entry in a single cell, then we will say that the given grammar is not LL1 grammar. Okay, so let us check few more examples on this LL1 grammar. Examples are, first we have in which grammar is A derives plus A, then star, and then we have epsilon. Okay, so let us draw the LL1 parsing table for this grammar. Here I have to write the terminals, and terminals in this grammar are plus, star and dollar. Okay, and non-terminals are A. So first production, that is A derives plus A star, then I have to put that production A derives plus A star under the first of this production. So first of this production, A derives plus A star is plus. Okay, so I have to put here plus A and star. Okay, next production is A derives epsilon, then I have to make choice and I have to put that A derives epsilon under the follow of that grammar. So follow of that grammar is always start with dollar, then I have to put that first here, and second case the follow of A is star, then I have to put that epsilon here. Okay, so this is the LL1 parsing table for this grammar. Okay, so same in every cell there is single entry, or we can say that there is no multiple entry in a single cell, then we can say that the grammar is LL1 grammar. Okay, let us take a grammar which is not LL1 and let us check how we can rectify that the grammar is not LL1. Let us take a grammar in which S derives AS, BS and BS, AS and this epsilon. Okay, so this is the grammar. For that grammar I have to design first LL1 parsing table. So LL1 parsing table for that given grammar will be, first I have to write the number of terminals. So number of terminals are First we have A, second we have B, and dollar that I have to add here. Okay, and here I have to add the non-terminals or variables are S. Okay, so first production, that is A derives A S B S will be put under the first of this. Okay, so first of this is A S B S, and second production S derives B S A S. I have to put that under the first of that is B S A S. Okay, and third case in which S derives epsilon, I have to put that in the follow of that. So follow of that will be first dollar S derives epsilon, and follow of S is also B, so I have to put that under the B also. S derives epsilon, and third case where the follow of S is also A, then I have to again put that under the A column. Okay, so we are seeing that there are duplicate entries because the production S derives epsilon, which I have to put under the follow of S, and follow of S is also A and B, so I have to put that S derives epsilon under the A and B. So because of this we are getting the multiple entry in a single cell, so we can say that the grammar is not LL1. Okay, so this is all about the LL1 parsing table. Thank you.